Yes, I'm messing with these oracle cards today. And I'm going to do a reading on myself. I feel it necessary. So let me shuffle them. It's hard to shuffle. This is a question I want to ask on a particular person. That I'm unsure about. That I'm unsure about. I don't know if I'm using the right deck for it. Hobbies. Courage. Adult children. And leaving. The name of this oracle deck is called a Butterfly Oracle Cards by Doreen Virtue for Life Changes. I already did that. So, I'm going to ask my question. Okay. Dear Divine, I ask that you watch over this experience, making certain that only true divine guidance come through. Please help me release my ego fear so that I can clearly see, hear, feel, and know the messages that you have for me. I ask that this oracle card reading brings blessings to everyone involved. Okay, the first card I drew was about hobbies. Let's go read what Harvey says. I'm kind of warm. How are you spending your free time, dear one? When you're going through life changes, hobbies can provide a stress out. Hobbies can provide a stress outlet and meaningful foundation. Your card is guiding you to invest in these pursuits as a way to relax, learn, and enjoy yourself. You love to stay busy, and these interests bring fun into your hectic life. Hobbies can be productive as many people turn them into careers. So imagine that you have unlimited time, energy, and money available for a hobby. What's the first one that comes to mind? That's your inner truth, and there's always a way to make it work on any budget and schedule. Joining a group related to your hobby is a wonderful way to make new friends who can be there for you during the next part of your life. Any change can, even a positive one, can be stressful, but with playful outlets like hobbies and good friends, it can feel purposeful and joyful. I know that I was at one time selling because I care about my health, I care about my skin. So I was at one time serving shea butter, raw mango butter, raw cocoa butter, different types of creams and lotions, herbal soaps, and incense. So I am working on opening up my online store again. So that card is actually something that I resonate with in me. Self-employment, career based on your passion, trying something new, balancing work and play, which I'm still working on balancing work and play. Today I am going to a baby shower, which is going to be very, very fun. The next card is courage. Whew. Your card reminds you that you do have the courage to make this change. Everything you've been through in life has taught you how to cope and be strong in the face of the unknown. You learn that being positive and having faith are necessary to overcome fear and disappointments. Take this change 1 minute at a time and try not to look too far down the road. That stands out to me. Especially if it if attempting to predict the future brings up anxiety for you. After all, you can't plan for the future, but you can only take charge of this present moment. So take positive action steps today towards your desired outcome, and know that you have anything you need, everything you need in each moment that follows. Additional means facing your fears, stepping into a leadership position, breaking out of your comfort zone, and assertive. I think I have come out of my comfort zone. But this card, I'm worried about a situation. It's a good situation, but I think I've been focusing on if it's beneficial to me or in a positive way or in a negative way. If it's been, I'm worried about it adding to my life or is it going to subtract to my life. So I have to let go of the fear and not expect this expectations of the unknown. And I think that's the problem that I'm having, which was related to my question. So the next one is adult children. I have 3 of them. So let's see what this has to say about the adult children. This card comes to you because of changes involving your children who are now grown. Usually it signals that an adult child has moved away from home, is getting married, or is off at college or with other family members. Regardless of the circumstances, this change is eliciting strong feelings of grief as the parenting part of your life now shift. You drew this card because there's a void that needs to be filled with new meaningful projects and activities. Oh my gosh. In some cases, this card means that you are the once child who is now grown. Perhaps you or your family still sees you as a child or adolescent. In these cases, you are being guided to view yourself as a responsible adult and to work with your family to view you that way as well. Additional means seeking counseling, help for adult children, alcoholics. No, I don't have that issue. A child who acts mature beyond his or her years and planning your child's future. Well, planning my 12-year-old future. But it does say, when I did the part that I laughed, like I have grown kids, one of my children lives in another state. I live in a house with my 3 other children. And I know that my younger son is constantly worrying about me being in the house by myself. And that's why I had to laugh at the card, because I have to let him know that I have to constantly remind him I have things to do with myself. I'm an introvert, so I'm not in much need of company. But I could put a little more effort in having a little more play in my life. So yes, and the last one is leaving. This card confirms that you already know it's time to leave a toxic situation, which I've been left 3 years ago. You've done your best to heal the conditions, but sometimes the circumstances become intolerable and the healthy choice is to move on. And yes, because I was trying to divorce this person who is actually giving me a hard time, and I had to just say, I just left the divorce petition alone. It's costing me money and time and energy, and it's very frustrating when you're trying to get a divorce where the other person doesn't want it, and the judge can't really grant you a divorce until you come to some type of understanding. So it's going to, for me to pursue, it's going to be more stressful on me, because then I'm going to have to kick out all this money to get a lawyer. So this card, look, I left from 3 years ago. I made no attempt to try to reconcile the marriage. I don't want to reconcile the marriage. I tried to file for divorce, but he gave me a hard time on that. So I had to come to a point where I said, I'm going to let the divorce go, because I'm not ready to get married to anyone just yet. And I have various reasons. It has nothing to do about what I've been through. It's just that I have a 12-year-old daughter, and I don't want to bring a man around her where I'm going to be worried about whether I can trust him around her. So I'm not in a rush to get married. I again. So I just said I'll leave the divorce right where it is, and when the time come, I'll pick it up and re-pursue it. So I left that alone. So that may be what this card is applying to. This naturally brings up feelings of confusion and insecurity. However, rest assured that whenever you're on the right path, what you are, everything works out for the best. Your departure doesn't need to be sudden or drastic like a butterfly building a cocoon. You can plan and prepare for this transition right now. You can even make your exit gradually so that you feel comfortable and secure doing this healthy change. Additional meanings, letting go of fear, releasing addiction, travel, which is I'm planning on doing this next year, and a family member leaving home. So the cards, like I love these cards because when you pull these cards, and every time, this is like the third time of me working on trying to do a reading for myself. These cards actually has been beneficial in helping me or reminding me about the things that needs to take place in my life. And yes, I do have a hobby, and that's opening up on my online store, which I begin working on again. Um, I do have to learn how to balance work and play a little bit more so my children don't worry about me being in the house by myself all the time. I did let go of a toxic relationship, and I had to let go of trying to get a divorce from this man because I'm not ready to marry anyone no time soon, so there's no need for me to focus on the divorce. And the other thing is just to have courage and not allow expectations of a new relationship and what it's going to be like if I do go ahead with this relationship, because I am interested in someone. I start talking to someone, and you do have those expectations, or you worry about those expectations, but instead of you can't do that, just stay in the here and now, and enjoy each day given to you to enjoy with this other person. So the cards, actually is were good, and this is a tutorial video because I'm still learning how to do these readings so I can do it. Because I want to do a reading on someone. And I'm not ready to do that, but this is another hobby of mine is doing these readings. And these cards actually resonate with me, and they are actually applied to different aspects of my life. I must say this is like the third time I drew these cards, and they were right on point. Peace, blessings, and a whole lot of love. Miss Idea Giddy.